This is Politics and Profits with your host, Rick Amato.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Politics and Profits, and I am Rick Amato. In a previous segment, we learned that Alan Greenspans said that we're on the cusp of a major crisis, the biggest which he has seen in the modern era. He blamed it on the welfare state as well as just a poor overall economy. My next guest wrote an appropriate book given today's scenario. The name of his book is Economic Warfare, Secrets of Wealth Creation in Today's World. Joining me at this time from New York City is financial contributor to Politics and Profits. He's also the CEO of Blackhawk Partners. He is investment banker Ziad Abdelnour. Ziad, welcome to the show. First question, what is your response, your reaction to Alan Greenspan's bold comments that we're on the cusp of a catastrophic crisis?
Well, I fully agree with him, and I've been saying this for a long time. The writing was on the wall from the beginning. When I wrote my book in 2012, Economic Warfare, I very much predicted what's happening today. If you read the book, you'll see it to the letter. 14, 15, 16, what's happening. This is just every guy with a half mind will tell you the same thing, from David Stockman to Alan Greenspan to everybody. And everybody who's trying to kick the can, keep the actual president in power, is saying otherwise. There's nothing that's right in this country. Nothing. The stock market is rigged. Everything is rigged, manipulated, played with. It's a make-believe. It's a circus. Everybody's kicking the can. You reach the point whereby you cannot play games anymore. The circus is about to, we're about to see exactly what's happening. I see absolute disaster. But it doesn't mean that you cannot make money in times like this.
Well, the Chinese, as you know, Ziad, and our viewers know, they define crisis as opportunity, and that's what your book, and that is what your book is about.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Basically, you make money when blood's on the streets. You make money when things like this happen. There are going to be a lot of distress opportunities, stuff that you can buy very cheap. My book is very broad. Basically, when I talk about economic warfare, Rick, I talk about warfare between the wealth takers and the wealth creators. Wealth takers being big brother, not just in the US, worldwide, and the wealth creators are the entrepreneurs. There's a warfare going on. The governments worldwide are becoming more intrusive, more controlling, more manipulative, everything. At the expense of the entrepreneurs and the wealth creators. Hopefully soon the balance will tip otherwise. Because all what we've seen so far, all this malaise, all this crisis that's coming to explode, is a lot have to do with the government, with the Fed, with their plays, with their games, with their manipulation, misinformation. And when people tell me things are going okay, there's nothing going okay. Unemployment rate is not 5%, it's 25%. Every number is rigged, every number.
Well, and to make your point, we just pointed out in a previous segment, Ziad, that the unemployment rate does not include 90 million out-of-work Americans. It's ridiculous.
Plus 50 million on food stamps, Rick. Come on, this is a circus, as I've been saying. This is a circus. Even the stock market, mostly it's stock buybacks. This is not growth, it's not anything like that. Look at what's happening. Real estate market, a bubble is here to happen. When you have an apartment in New York City that sells $11,000 a square foot, being sold for $250 million, you tell me that's no bubble? When you have all these unicorns, about 100 unicorns, 89 unicorns in Silicon Valley, companies with no revenues being valued at $1 billion, you tell me there's no bubble?
Let me ask you, Ziad. You happen to be a campaign fundraiser for presidential candidate Donald Trump there in New York City. Do you think any one person, whether it be Trump or whomever, can any one person get this turned around, corrected?
Yes, if he surrounds himself with the right people, stop lying to people, and put together a policy that really makes sense. It doesn't happen overnight. I'm not a dreamer here. You can't push a button and things happening. However, we have to be on the right track. We're not on the right track. I mean, everything we're doing is the opposite. You know what? If you read the subtitle of my book, Secrets of Wealth Creation in the Age of Welfare Politics, basically, how do you make money in the Obama age? This is what I was talking about in 2012. And every prediction I said, how you make money in the Obama age, that's how you make money. It's not the way we make it. Look, it's very different world today. The way you made money in the past is going to be the way you make money in the future is going to be very different than the way you made money in the past.
How so, Ziad?
For example, give you an example. For example, this buy and hold strategy of stocks, like Buffett says, it doesn't work. It's not going to work. You can't hold the stock now for 10, 15 years. You have much more volatility. As I mentioned to you in the last program, 80, 90% of the company, Fortune 500 of 10 years ago, don't exist anymore. So this buy and hold strategy doesn't hold. You're going to have much more instability, much more volatility, much more uncertainty, worldwide. And when geopolitics comes into the equation, like it's coming right now, then you have a real mess, because now you have both an economic failure and geopolitical uncertainties. But on the other hand, for the smart guy, who knows what he's doing, who knows how to navigate through these circles, you can make a ton of money.
Ziad, we're down in less than a minute. Tell us one quick example of how a person can make a ton of money, the smart person in this environment.
Well, number one, you have to do your due diligence and not listen to any of the pundits and not listen to any of the Wall Street analysts, because they have an agenda, and their agenda does not coincide with yours. Their agenda is very different. They say something, they do something else.
Yeah.
So number one, stop trusting all these pundits, all these guys. If they were so smart, they would do it themselves, and they would not share it with the world. Real smart people don't say publicly what they do.
Well, Ziad, you are an American success story. You are an immigrant to this nation from Lebanon. My hat's off to you. The book is called Economic Warfare, Secrets of Wealth Creation in Today's World. The author is Ziad Abdelnour. He's the financial contributor to this show, Politics and Profits. I recommend our viewers pick it up. Ziad, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Rick.
Coming up next, it's, that really happened. You won't believe what really happened. Stay with me. It's next from the Bellatrix Studios. This is Politics and Profits. I'm Rick Amato.